A warm namaste and a big hello to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome back to my channel. And I welcome you to this collective reading where I am picking on to some energies, some very intense energies. And this reading may or may not 100% resonate with you. Let's dive deep into it and let's find out what source wants us all to know. So the energy I'm picking right now in this session, that someone around you makes you feel that your need for love is not valid, and they want you to get influenced by their own projections, their thoughts, and they want you to live your whole life based on what they think is right for you. And you can heal from this if you realize that those are not your thoughts but someone else's thoughts. Okay, I feel that you are looking for closure. You are looking for closure maybe from something that has happened in the past. I'm going to check some of the characteristics that you have. Someone harasses you simply because they want to feel authority on other people, especially on empaths. So like you could be actually hanging out with someone. It could be one person, it could be more than one, but okay, like they say a lot of hurtful words to you. Sometimes they are a bit demeaning words. In Hindi it says khari khoti sunana, bhala bura kehna. So you could be going through some kind of bullying, verbal bullying. Distorted feminine tries to be masculine, who's always doing the ego game. So it could be someone who is jealous of you, very jealous and envious of you. And I do sense the karmic energy, the feminine karmic distorted energy, because 2-3 cards have come of the same nature. See, this one says distorted feminine tries to be masculine. Like she is not masculine, but she's trying to put on that pressure, or she's trying to act like this person is the man. And because of distorted feminine energies, a person goes through pain. It could also be that you are going through some kind of physical pain also. It could be like a slow pain, like it comes and goes, throbbing pain sometimes. It's also telling me that you should forgive them as they cannot get what you have. So yes, there's definitely jealousy, envy is definitely there, and this person cannot get what you have, not in this life at least. So forgive them because they know not. Wow. You have some mystical experiences, you have had some mystical experiences in the past, and you like to believe them more after doing inner work or after starting inner work. Like, so basically you could have either been a skeptic or you were a very religious person, but you had some mystical interventions which even religion or maybe some kind of belief that you followed could not explain. Like for a lot of people, twin flame journey is like that. They always say that I never knew that I would go through something like this, or the type of dreams people have, the type of things they see, and the type of things they are doing in day-to-day life. I don't think normal people can do this. Everyone can't do this. So there's also a voice in your head. Maybe it's coming from a specific person, or maybe it's coming from someone you are very close to, who is saying that I can feel that you're forgetting about me. Wow, deep. Now, this person or more than one person who is making you feel this way probably has low self-esteem, and also they are competing with their romantic interest. Okay, this could also be a classic case of you being with someone for a long time, that relationship doing fine, maybe having its own ups and downs, you guys had wounds, and maybe someone else jumped into the scene, and probably for a while they won. However, for a long time this person cannot win. Maybe they tried to give the impression to other people that you are actually the home wrecker, where actually this person is the home wrecker. So you had a happy life or a pretty good relationship. Like I said, there were ups and downs, but this person probably manipulated your person to believe that those ups and downs are not normal, those ups and downs are too toxic, they are not the right thing to be in, right situation to be in. And your person maybe went into that direction for a while, but they came back to you. They came back to you and they begged you, maybe they pursued you. They were like really sad without you. They were really upset without you. They were miserable without you. This person is very grumpy, whosoever this feminine energy is, distorted feminine. And see, do evil and you get the same. Kar bura to ho bura. Jaisi karni vaisi bharni. People reap what they sow. So in both Hindi and English, these lines have come. Now this person is trying to get gratification because they can no longer make that person fall in love with them or even be around them or like get enamored by them. Like that person, your person maybe, I feel like saying your person has actually caught on to that person's lies, or they have caught on to their actual personality, okay? And they no longer get impressed by that one, and they no longer feel like being around this person anymore. Maybe they have legally taken some steps. See, gala chhootna, pin chhootna, unbelievable. That's why I say I have, like, this is a box of 700 to 800 cards, and whenever I pick up cards, they all are literally in sync with each other. So being relieved, being free, feeling free, freedom at last after feeling trapped. So your person was literally trapped, like it was a bad jail, and this person was a bad jailer, and it was an emotional jailer, emotional blackmail all the time. And this person was like, oh my god, I'm stuck in this situation, I'm stuck in this life, I want to get out of this life, I don't want to be here with this person. And you are a lovable person and people like you for a reason, and this they realize, there's divine grace in you. This they realize, you have a beautiful quality of celebrating other people. Wow. So your person has basically realized that you have a very beautiful nature, a very beautiful heart, so you never did anything to bring them back to you. Like probably in these things you are not very open, you cannot pursue people that much. Like if someone walks away from you, you're gonna be like, okay, leave it to God, I mean, I can't do anything. You can't play games, you're not someone who can play mind games, or you can be like coochie coo people or being too sweet to people. You're not like the seductress kind of person, you're a very straightforward, simple person. And your person realized that the one who was seducing them, maybe with fancy stuff or with very romantic lines and maybe a very sweet voice this person has, like they speak like a canary maybe, but inside it's like a witch, like a bad witch, like a evil witch, you know, kind of an energy, a very dark energy. So your person actually is feeling very relieved going away. And it could be also possible that you have not even accepted them back, like you have not fully accepted them back. Maybe you simply have a chat once in a while, like you just have a bit of talk because you are probably waiting for things to happen properly, like you cannot still fully trust, although your person is 100% sure, like they have mentally, emotionally, in all ways they have chosen you and only you. And I think whosoever's energy I'm picking on, this is quite a long term, like you have been doing inner work for a long time. So it's been a while, like you have been on this path and you have been figuring out a lot of things about life, about inner work. You're a very wise and mature person, and you know what time can do. You know that time can heal. So when your person came back to you, you were not in a big hurry, you were not very excited, you were not like going, oh my god, wow, he's back to me, he's writing to me, or he, she, whosoever, according to your gender. If you're a male watching this, then everything is gonna change accordingly. So he, she, whosoever it was going back to you, you were like not shocked, not surprised, you were okay, you were not like, oh wow, this is great. You were very logical, you asked the right questions, you asked them like, why are they writing to you, or why are they talking to you, or why do they want to meet you, what's up with them. like what happened to their life and what were they doing. So they have openly spoken everything to you. They've openly apologized to you. If it still hasn't happened, for some people who are still very patient and very devoted to source, they don't have any desires, they are not doing inner work because they want a 3D union or they want like a materialistic thing. People who are very pure, very sincere, maybe they are in a beautiful mission, these are the type of people who are going to get all of this that I'm talking about. Okay, so, and for those who are not there yet, for those who feel that, you know, maybe they intuitively believe this, they intuitively resonate with this a lot, I am sensing that there are other departments or other things in life where you are experiencing this dynamic, where at the moment I sense that you have been going through a very physical, tangible realization that you have been subjected to other people's energy which was not healed. And probably it started happening in childhood, where you took up their thoughts and believed that those thoughts are true, and it was true for you too. Okay, and every time this happens, you feel drained, you feel like you've lost out on a lot of energy. You are literally sitting there wondering why you're sad, why you're low, what happened. Some of those thoughts, the pain, the trauma, the poverty consciousness, the heartbreaks, disappointments, like guilt, they're not even yours. Okay, so you are beginning to learn to love yourself, or you're already on the path where you truly love yourself so much that you don't want to absorb other people's energy. For example, you have a friend who is always sad and pessimistic. They never want to do inner work, they never want to exercise, they never want to step out of their comfort zone or even their pain body. They just want to continue their life complaining, cribbing, and blaming the world, not taking responsibility. I mean, they don't understand that it's all energetic. Even if they talk energetic language, even if they say, oh yeah, it's energy, oh yeah, there's positive energy, oh there's bad energy, oh I need to fix myself, even if they talk about all this, they will still not work on it. You know, they're lazy, they're procrastinators, or there are some other issues with them. As I just said, they're just very pessimistic. Okay, and they don't want to shift. They want other people to sympathize with them, you know, look at them and pity them. And I think they feel kind of important when all of that happens. So each time you try to help this type of person out, or more people like that out, because it's your nature also to extend support. Like, you are naturally built like that. Okay, you can change habits, but you cannot change nature. So if a mango's nature is to give sweet mangoes, and the bitter god's nature is to give bitter gourds, which are bitter, you can't help it. In fact, I like both bitter gourds and I like mangoes too. I mean, bitter gourd is very healthy, but this is just an example, you know, like, it's something you cannot change. You cannot turn the bitter gourd plant into a mango tree, right? Similarly, your nature of being a giver, of being compassionate, it's like inbuilt in your DNA. And you like to share your happiness around with people. You like to share your faith also. You like to see people increasing their faith. And this could even happen when you yourself could be dealing with some challenges, some problems. You have your own stuff going, you have your own health related issues, or you have your own mission oriented problems, or you have some other thing maybe going on. I mean, I just pray and I wish that everybody is happy, relaxed, calm, composed, and everybody's just enjoying every single day. Even if there are challenges or not, it doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, you should have a smile on your face, should feel accomplished. Every day should be like that for everyone, you know. But then still, if some of you are going through problems of your own, still, if you're sad, you look at another sad person, you're going to go and cheer that person up. That's how your nature is. So you don't want to get influenced by other people's thoughts. Like, you have reached that point. For those who are dealing with the karmic, a tangible physical karmic person getting jealous and envious and throwing words at you and throwing like blame game at you, you're still very calm and composed. You don't care. Like, you know, the karmic's habit is to get attention, because now they don't have anything. They don't have that person. They don't have anything left. The person is not into them. I'm not sure how deep this relationship is because this is not a personal reading. And of course, for personal sessions, you can check out the description box and you can write to me at the sunamoon@gmail.com so that we can have a very detailed conversation. But there are 2 disclaimers. Number 1 is kindly do not share your journey in advance with me because I use intuitive tools, spiritual modalities to get through to the best answers, and giving too much information actually interferes with that process. So best is to just follow the steps that I give you, and then we lead into the personal session, one-on-one session. Secondly, you can also work with me in therapies because certain things you can do the energy reading, you can get the answers, but if the problem is in the programming, or if there is like hardcore narcissistic abuse pattern or 3D patterns are there, then it has to go via therapy. And sometimes one therapy is not enough, like you have to take multiple therapies also so that you get aligned with your energy body, because maybe you've got so much in the backload, like so much baggage you're carrying, that in one session, in 3 to 4 sessions, how much can you take out? Like still people feel very relaxed after each therapy. They have something like they feel, yeah, like something is happening now. But then if you continue, then it has major benefits. That's how I have been told. I have been told by other people the same thing. And the second disclaimer is that if you are from India, then you have to write to me, you have to email to me. There was a time when a lot of people from India thought that I'm actually not even catering to Indian people, which is not true, because India is a very high vibrational land and there are lots and lots of people going through this dynamic. So of course I am open to working with Indians, and the details are in the description box. And Indians can also avail a discount. It's not a very big discount, but it's deducting the fee that I have to pay to PayPal with every session that I do. If you're not from India, then obviously you can use the PayPal link. All right. So I cannot really say, looking at the collective message, whether it's how long is that relationship, if there are kids involved or not. But whatever it is, the person, your person, is gonna make like proper arrangements. They're gonna make sure that they do it well, but they do not want to see this person eye to eye. And maybe they spent good amount of time figuring out a plan how to get out of that trap. It was a trap. And why twin flame journey is important is because if you're a genuine twin flame, you don't want to snatch people away from anyone. If your person willingly went away somewhere, then you're not going to go after them, and you're not going to be like, hey, please come back to me, you're making a mistake. It's best to remain silent, and it's best to give your absence to people who don't value your presence, because only in separation and only in your absence they're going to learn the best lessons. If you're going to be impatient, then the time is going to get extended. So you have to be patient. And also it totally depends on what you want. If you want to do a mission, you are focused on the mission, it's a completely different thing. Then this will also apply pretty well with you. If the relationship is very, very important for you and you worked a lot to get it, or to even have some achievement in that department, I'm not gonna judge anyone for that, guys. No judgment. But still I feel that mission is the foundation every person needs. Every twin flame grows exponentially if they are focused on inner work and mission. These two things give them a lot of energy, and they make them really attractive and appealing. And it's not like a trick. You actually become a better person when you focus yourself on something which is very selfless. I do sense that you have an inner glow and you're already like this. I mean, the reason why these words are popping out of my mouth is because you are like that, and you are definitely going to resonate. It may not be 100% resonation for some people, but whatever it is, please do mention, and also mention that you're present and claim that energy. So now I'm gonna say that you are working on yourself in such a way that even if you spend time with people who got low frequency and low vibe, you don't get stuck into it. Okay, it's like you are becoming like a lotus flower in the middle of the deep lake. A lot of things that people are going through because they cannot work through it. Like some people can, some people cannot. Okay, in the same way as you can. Maybe they cannot get aligned with their energy body. They simply cannot. And all of this goes above their heads, and they are also mostly living inside their heads. Okay, in the heads, like headspace. You are working on your shadow self. You're working on all of your flaws, and you are very sincere and honest about it. You're not a narcissistic person. You're working on moving towards light, but some people don't have this concept yet. And in some cases, they simply don't want to step up. Okay. Now you're showing them something that they don't want to see. If you're showing something they don't want to see, they are not going to like it. Okay. The stuff you say, the things you do, what you believe in, and they don't want to listen to it. It makes them uneasy, uncomfortable. Authenticity is not for everyone. Okay. So there are obviously people who will remain asleep throughout their lives, and we can't do anything about it. Like, it's not in our control. We are not the doer. And throughout their life, they will be burdened or bounded by superstitions, by fears, by dependencies, and they may not understand like what's the importance of inner work or spiritual ascension or being authentic. And what you're doing in life is a bit too much for them. Okay. So I personally also feel this. I'm sure you also feel this. And this is what the energy is telling me today. This reading is also talking about people around you who simply cannot get up one fine day and say that, hey, I'm 100% authentic, or I want to be 100% authentic. You are also developing compassion for these people. The distorted karmic, the distorted masculine, you developed it long back for your person. Maybe when your person walked all over you and left you, for some easy life or some something which was glittering like diamonds, but it was actually glasses, and they left and they walked all over you and they went. At that time also you were like, I want to forgive this person because this person doesn't have any idea. Maybe it was at that time they were an enabled narcissist. And I always say this, I'm one of the few people who's saying this because I watch a lot of content sometimes, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? Why am I watching all this content? Because sometimes you're looking for something and the content just pops up. So I've been noticing people are talking about narcissism a lot lately, but they don't talk about solutions. They don't believe actually that it can be healed, and narcissism can be fully healed. Like a U-turn can be taken. And I'm not going to go very far. I'm going to give you 2 examples from the Indian subcontinent. Example number 1 is a dacoit called Ratnakar Daku. In Hindi, dacoit is Daku. He was this really brutal guy, and Narad Muni, a celestial being, a celestial guru, met him. Probably it was his good luck, and he was this hardcore narcissist who was tormenting people. Back in those days, this was like big, whatever he was doing. But he changed completely, and he turned into Valmiki. And Valmiki wrote Ramayana. The first time someone actually wrote it was him. So a person who was plundering, who was a dacoit, who was torturing people, probably killed some people also, who knows. And this person changes 100%. Then there's another such story of Angulimal, another person. He was not really a dacoit, but he had this really scary oath that he had taken that he's gonna kill 1,000 people, and he would wear their fingers. Like every time he would kill a person, he would cut a finger and he would make like a garland. He used to hang those fingers on his neck. So he had multiple garlands with people's fingers on it, and he used to roam around like that. He was pure terror. Okay. And Buddha came in front of him one fine day, and Buddha put him on inner work, and he became an arahant. Arahant is like a really high vibrational, high level, austere and high level of monk. He became this amazing person that when the same Angulimal Daku, who has transformed completely, would go out on the streets with his begging bowl, people would recognize him because he killed so many people, like 999 people is a lot. And he was looking for the 1,000th person when he saw Buddha, and he thought that this is the last person. If I kill this man, my oath will be completed. And there is a beginning to this story also. He was not like that always. He was a very nice student. So when he would go out, people would recognize him and they would throw stones at him, and his head would, get hurt and he would bleed. But he would not get angry at anyone. He would simply say, you know why you're throwing these stones at me? Because you don't know. You don't know the truth. One day you will. And he still continued to go out and to go out in front of the same people. So obviously what I'm telling you is pretty intense. It's not like so intense for a lot of us out here. But we must listen to these tales and stories also, so that we get the motivation. If someone like that can change, if a dacoit can change and turn into the best poet, the most devotional poet, a very highly spiritual man with psychic abilities and powers, because Guru Valmiki wrote Ramayana when it had not even happened, because he became a Trikaldarshi and he could walk in time. And obviously when someone is interacting with celestial being Narad Muni, who's the closest to Vishnu, one of the closest to Vishnu, you already know that something is out there, for you. I mean, obviously at that time he did not know, but he did the inner work and he worked day and night. And then once you surrender, then you just surrender. Then you're not even doing anything. You're not the doer, you're just the observer. Okay, so you got some compassion for all these people who choose not to cross over, who choose not to move from that negative space, that pessimism. They are pulling everyone into the dark zone, but they cannot suck you into it. And you feel this compassion because your own journey so far is so damn real and authentic and genuine, and you've gone through a lot. You've gone through a lot of ups and downs. You've been in dark night of the soul. You've come out of it. You've started looking for stuff. You were doing researching. Every single day you want to be better and better. You want to be more detached. So your experience is real, and since you have struggled so much, you have learned to cut a slack for people. You've learned to literally like accept their flaws and be like, I forgive these people. They don't understand it right now, but it's okay. And this itself has shifted your energy so much. Like some of you have shifted a lot in the last few years, like since 2020, maybe 2019, you shifted so much. Like when you look back at yourself, you're like, wow, I never knew that I'm going to be this kind of person in future. Like at that time, if anyone would tell you that you're going to be doing all of this cool stuff in life, you wouldn't believe them. You wouldn't believe them. But now you are doing it, and you are doing inner work, and it's great whatever you're doing. It's lovely, you're inspirational. And whosoever actually was enabled narcissistic person around you and misunderstood you, misrepresented you in front of other people, or miscalculated you. So I can pick on to the energy of someone who had also underestimated you. That's the right word. They were probably in a relationship with you. Even if it was a situationship, but there was a clear confession from this person that they are in love with you, and you also felt like deeply connected to this person. And what I'm being shown is that this person, because they underestimated you, they also misunderstood you hugely, and it has taken them a while, but their ego is kind of getting knocked over very badly. Like they are meeting people who are so evil, so bad, like they're getting their own karma back because they treated you very badly. It was like as soon as they got to know that you're a very innocent person, even for all the time that they were around you, they were only playing with your emotions. They were doing their playboy charisma kind of a thing. It could be a playgirl also. But this person, over the course of time, has actually, they have gone through experiences which keep reminding them of you. And they see you do well. They see you doing well, becoming very independent, and actually living up to whatever you said. Like if you said that, hey, yoga is good for health, or if you said that alternate medicine is good, or if you said that meditation is good, you were not just saying it. Those were not bogus things, because even before you met this person, you were like that. If you spoke about intuition, you really meant it. But this person thought that you're a little cuckoo in the head. And these things don't matter. These things are not real. But in due course of time, and maybe the phase of pandemic also had an impact on them. Maybe they got a bit changed during the pandemic. They really thought about you all the time. But then it was not enough for them. They had to go through more of cleansing and purging, and lots of purging, I see, because you were already purging when they met you. So you were kind of seeing everything they were doing as a very innocent thing, like, okay, they don't know, maybe they don't realize it. But then when it became vile and evil and it became like very mean, that's when you stepped out of it. So I'm sensing their energy too, because it took you a while, maybe a year, to figure things out, that they were not really nice to you and they were actually taking you to be a fool, but you're not that foolish. You are a very smart person. So you have compassion even for such people. You have given them your forgiveness. You have sent them like good vibes. You've even like prayed for them, like, okay, this was like a really sadistic person. They were getting some kind of creeps, like crazy joy out of those creepy feelings. Some people are like that, but I think they've been going through some pretty tough lessons, and they're realizing your worth, and they're realizing that you really meant it. When you walked on the earth, you really meant it. You walked like that. So this is where I'm going to close this channeling session. Thank you so much for being here with me. You can also get my book, In the Name of Love, A Journey of Finding Your Ultimate Soulmate. And please get only the Amazon Kindle copy, because that's the latest edited version, the ebook or the Kindle copy. I will see you in the next video. One love, peace out, and Jai Shri Ram.